not understanding it. I am not really understanding it. Why do you want to learn from the mistakes of others? Four important things you must go with you to the airport if you're traveling to Ghana for any reason whatsoever. I sincerely apologize, I have not mentioned this once, but I have to mention them today. Four important things you must get ready with you, hold handy if you're planning to travel to Ghana. Stay tuned. So I'm so sorry, and I first of all have to apologize to my subscribers and most of you who have followed my videos on living in Ghana. There were three things I forgot to mention that you need to carry with you if you plan to travel to Ghana by air. All right, and it just occurred to me while my brother was trying to he was actually asking me for some questions about moving to Ghana. He was planning his flight and buying a ticket and all that stuff, and I was giving him counsel about the things he needs to go with him, and I forgot to mention them to you. And it just occurred to me like, I didn't say this thing to you guys, and I'm so sorry. So the first thing that I think you need to have with you if you're planning to travel to Ghana for any reason whatsoever is please have your international passport. Your international passport needs to have life in it. And when I say life, I mean it needs to have it hasn't expired and it has longevity. So it has about 6 months minimum. If you're planning to stay in Ghana for anything, whether it's for 1 week, for 2 weeks, for 1 month, please, your passport needs to have life, and it has to have a life of 6 months minimum. Okay, to avoid stories that touch, there's something Nigerians call stories that touch, like it could have been avoided, but hey, we are here. Oh my God, have mercy. Oh Jesus, oh this, oh that. So to avoid stories that touch, you need to have this ready and set. Okay, if you don't have an international passport, don't even think about going by air. Don't even think about going by land. You guys have seen my video of traveling to Ghana by land. Don't even think about it, because you also need it. So your voter's card is not going to work. Most of those things are not going to work. Okay, you need to have your international passport. So please go get your international passport. Go right now to your immigration office, register for it, do all your biometrics and your BVN and everything, and NIN, I beg your pardon. Do everything that you need to do to have your passport ready before you think of traveling. All right. And the second thing and most important thing you need to have with you if you're planning to travel is cash. Oh yes, you heard me, darling. Cash. You need to have plenty money with you if you're planning to travel to Ghana. And when I mean plenty money, I don't mean Nigerian currency money. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. No, that's not what I mean. I mean, go to your bank account, withdraw a good amount of money, because you will need it. Okay, withdraw a good amount of money. If you're going to be in Ghana for at least 1 week, please withdraw a minimum of 500,000 naira. Now, this is not a joke. All right, this is not your family members telling you, don't worry, you're going to, when you travel there, I'm going to send you money. No, my darling. Ask them for the money now. You need to travel with that money now. Okay, minimum of 500,000 naira, and that money you're going to convert it to dollars if you can. I know the dollar Nigerian naira exchange rate is not a joke, but it's just the safest and the most convenient to be living in Ghana. Withdraw that money and convert it to dollars if you can. If you cannot, no problem. Carry that cash with you. Put it into 1,000 naira bills if you can. You know, 2 reasons why you need to have cash with you and enough cash with you is that when you get into Ghana, the bureau de change guys, the money changers at the airport, do not want to listen, do not have time for money transfer. They don't have time for it because many of them are not Nigerian, so they don't have a Naira card. If you have a cheaper card or any of those apps that can help you do this, that's fine. But remember that the exchange rate is not a joke. I used cheaper in my last visit to Ghana just about a year ago, and I know how expensive it was. Cheaper. This is actually calling you guys out now because the exchange rate is quite high, but they do the job. The app does the job and does it very well. But then the exchange rate, my guys, is not a joke. All right. I was living in Airbnb and everything, and it was a lot of money. I have to be very honest with you guys. By the time I changed the naira, Nigerian naira, let's say for example 500,000 naira, I got like 3,000 Ghana cedis. We should have been, if you guys are thinking, okay, 500,000 naira should be 5,000 Ghana cedis. My dear, it is not, because your naira is shit. Oh, pardon my French. Your naira is useless. That money doesn't have value beyond the color of a wrapper. It doesn't have value. And it's so sad because Nigerians work very hard, and you would expect that the money that you're making will be able to, give you a better life in your country, for example, even before even traveling abroad. But it doesn't. The naira doesn't have value. So when you get to the airport at the period to change people, they don't want to know about transfer. They just want to know how much cash you have in your hand. If you carry naira with you, you can exchange it. If you find you can be lucky to exchange it with somebody who, but the safest bet is to just come with dollars, because dollar for Ghana is as if it's a second currency. It is everywhere. It is circulation. And that begs the question why the economy is not doing very well. Yeah. Okay. So the safest bet is just please withdraw cash. I was there for like 1 week, and 500,000 naira barely carried me for 1 week in Ghana. Ghana, I have said many times. Have I not said it? Ghana is not cheap. I have said it many times on this YouTube. Ghana is not cheap at all. The country is expensive. 500,000 naira in Nigeria, somebody will be thinking that's like my 2 years house rent for some people who live on the mainland or someplace. But it's nothing here in Ghana, all right? So please, dear brothers and sisters, please carry cash with you, and carry enough cash with you. And make provision to have more money transferred to you, to either your dollar account or to the account of somebody. However, if you currently are in Ghana and you are in a tight fix because you don't know where to withdraw money or get more money or exchange your naira, do not panic. Okay? Here's the thing. I've been in your shoes, so I'm going to walk you through that. Okay? First of all, you need to know what you need to do first is come out of your house. Go and look for a Nigerian community. So if you're schooling or something, look for a Nigerian community. Ask Nigerians who have been there for at least 2 years, 3 years. They'll most likely have a bank account. The major issue why many Nigerians are frustrated in Ghana is because it's difficult getting a bank account. Because you will think that, okay, I have GT Bank in Lagos, so GT Bank in Ghana should work. But it doesn't. It doesn't. So you have to stay where you are and change your money on your own. And it's often very difficult. So what I had to do was, when I couldn't get a bank account, so I couldn't really transact, I couldn't do anything, I couldn't even buy food, I couldn't do anything because my money was low, my cities had dropped because I took little cash, thinking, okay, I have money in my account, I should be able to handle, be able to transfer wherever I am or use the ATM or like Nigerians will call, or because it was hard. So what I'm going to advise you to do is look for a Nigerian community. If you're not here for school or you can't find a Nigerian community where you currently reside or where you're habitating, then you need to look for a market, a buzzing market in Ghana. No matter where you are, there'll definitely be Nigerians there who are traders, who run businesses or something around that area. All right, now get to the Nigerian and ask the person that please you have some naira and you would like to get the cedi equivalent of the naira so that you're able to transact, you're able to feed, that you did not know, you didn't plan yourself well, and you're in shock and you need help. So it was so difficult. So what I even did for me was I went on Google, looked for Nigerian restaurants in Ghana where I was located. Let's say, for example, Spintex. So I said Nigerian restaurants in Spintex or around Spintex. So I was able to find somebody who owned a shop, and I went to her. She sells Nigerian stock, and I went to her. She's been there for many, many years. So I went to her, and her naira, her dollar account was able to make transfer for me. So I sent the money to her naira account, which still existed at the time, and then she gave me the cedi equivalent. But then it was still not good enough because of the interest rate and the exchange rate she used. but half bread is better than none. So please, if you're in this mix, this is what you're going to do. Look for a Nigerian community. Look for a Nigerian who's been there for so long. Be sure that they've been there for so long, at least a minimum of 4 years. With a minimum of 4 years, they're able to have a bank account. Interestingly, like I've said over and over again, if you don't have the non-Ghana card, as a Nigerian, you can't really transact, you can't do anything. You can't even get a job in Ghana. You need to have the non-Ghana card to get a job. I have that video on my Living in Ghana playlist. You can find how to get the non-Ghana card and how much it costs. I think it was $60 at the time. So you can find out how much it currently costs. I don't know how much it currently costs. It's 2024. I don't know. So you need to get the non-Ghana card, basically. All right. And then it would help you to open a bank account and be able to do things in Ghana while you're there. Just adjust the methods Ghana has put in place. Sometimes I know it's not easy, but it is what it is. All right. So endeavor to get your non-Ghana card. Is so important if you're going to do any kind of business, any kind of thing in Ghana. This is my advice to you. So the third most important thing you need to have with you if you're planning to travel to Ghana by air is your yellow fever card. Okay, so my younger brother recently traveled to Ghana, and I was monitoring his movement, like where are you, what's happening, and all. And at some point I couldn't hear from him again. By the way, you know that your Nigerian SIM card is not going to work in Ghana, right? Because especially if you don't have roaming arrangement with MTN, Glo, or whatever you're using, it's not going to work, Abby. So plan yourself well. I've said all these things. Please go to Living in Ghana playlist and find all these videos. So I couldn't reach him, and then a few hours later, this was around 2 a.m. or so, I saw his message that the immigration authorities held him down at the airport, Kotoko Airport in Accra. And I'm like, why? He said because of yellow fever card. I'm like, what? But I told you to get yellow fever card. What are you talking about? Big sister. Because I was worried. Like, you cannot be stuck or stranded or in trouble in a strange country. Like, you cannot do this. So some of you who are even planning to travel abroad for whatever reason, you need to be very careful. You cannot be stuck in another man's country. So when he told me, my heart skipped. I'm like, what? So they held him down for like 4 hours because of yellow fever card. And I'm like, I do videos, I create content. This is my ninth job. I create content on YouTube advising people on things like this. Please guys, get your yellow fever card. Get your yellow fever card. If you're planning to travel to Ghana, it is compulsory. I don't know how to say that better. You need to have your yellow fever card. So please go to the offices in Nigeria, at the airport especially. Go to the airport and ask the airport you're departing from. So let's say Murtala Mohammed Airport. Go to the airport and ask the immigration guys that you want to get your yellow fever card for your departure to Ghana. So at the Accra airport, the immigration guys held him down and we're asking him to pay $100 for a card that costs $1. Our equivalent. Yeah, that cost $1. And he ended up paying some amount of money after they held him for like 4 hours. He was trying to speak English. You guys, Nigerians who want to speak English. Listen, guys, to avoid speaking English that nobody understands, please sort yourself out before you travel. It's just no-brainer. Sort yourself out before you travel so that you don't have to deal with any issues. Get your yellow fever card. It's so important. Get your passport sorted. Make sure it has life in it. Get cash. If you get on the airplane and they're asking you to declare your cash, please do so. If it is above 500,000 naira, please do so. If it's below 500,000 naira, that's fine. You can have that cash on you. You don't need to declare it, okay? But these things just help the airline people, be able to manage everything and the passengers on board, okay? So please carry cash with you. Do not fall for these things, okay? My videos are there. I do this for free for you guys. Please subscribe to my channel so you get updated information, okay? It was actually quite heartbreaking to hear that he struggled and ended up paying, I think, 20,000 naira or so to them, money he could have saved, and but it's what it is, okay? Please do not learn from your own experience. Learn from that of others. I hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to your questions because when it comes to Ghana, I'm very vast. You know, I'm very knowledgeable about Ghana because I lived there for a very long time. So, and I continue to visit Ghana. It's a country that has given to me, and I've given back to it in some way. So, um, yeah, I remember in 2008 when I started my first business. My first business ever in my life, besides the side hustles I did in secondary school and all that, was started in Ghana, in East Legon. So I have a bit of knowledge. Before all the travel stats came up, before junior travel and all those people came up, I started my own reservation, hotel reservation business. Um, Sadly, part of my regrets is I never followed through with it. I was able to, at the time, I was able to get hotels to jump on board with discounts for travelers and all, with the promise to get customers and all that stuff. And then a year after, I left Ghana. So I still have regrets, but Ghana has given me, lots of love, affection. I hear currently things are a bit not as they used to be, but Ghana has given me, and I'm just giving back to Ghana by getting people to Ghana with the right kind of information, the right kind of people. So thank you so much for for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I don't know. Please do subscribe to my channel. Please, we need to start paying the bills. Like seriously, come on, let's get this to a thousand subscribers. We can do it. Please, thank you so much. Do take care. You can follow me, Sharon Imox, on social media. What most of you don't know is I'm a matchmaker as well, so you can follow me. Let's get this to a thousand subscribers. I was gonna say 1,000 Ghana cities, but that would be good. Yeah. Ghana money has some value, better than Naira. Of course, please send to my account. All right then, and take care of yourself. Stay well.